Praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of the tabernacles of David, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, wherever you may be, to you I say Shalom, Yahshua, Shalom. All right, I'm going to get to this article that I saw here, which I've never read from this site before. I don't think I've heard of it, but I've never used it, called End Time Headlines, and I wasn't exactly searching it out. I was just looking for a thing, but then this came up, and it just so happened to be from there. So this is from End Time Headlines. It's dated December 9th, 2025. It says Alaska advances AI-powered digital identity system linking identity and payments. All right. Alaska advances AI-powered digital identity system linking identity and payments. All right. And this article is very short, so this will be a quick read. So this should be a short lesson anyways. As I always go into 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. Ignorant means to not know, right? His devices. And here's one of them, so let's talk about it. All right, one more time. The title: Alaska advances AI, which is artificial intelligence powered digital identity system. There's been a lot to talk about digital identities as of late, because that's a major step towards the MOTB. Digital identities, digital passports, digital wallets. You have everything. All this talk about digital. Okay, lining up with what the beloved apostle John saw, right? Revelation chapter 13, 16, 17, and 18. Okay. The Michael C. all right, which is it's on the horizon, man. The mandatory implementation of the RFID microchip, all right, to give the bankers, all right, full autonomy over every aspect of your life from some remote location, because they themselves will not be taking it. All right. It is not for them, it is for their 1%. It is for the rest of the world, including their own people, all right, the Edomites, who are the so-called white people of the earth. Not every single person that looks like a so-called white person is an Edomite, but we're talking majority numbers here, all right? So, on with it, Alaska is pushing forward with an ambitious overhaul of its My Alaska digital identity platform, integrating agentic artificial intelligence and digital capabilities into a single system designed to act autonomously on behalf of residents. You still in my words. The state's Department of Administration, right, through its office. As a matter of fact, let me back up 2 seconds here. Let me grab this My Alaska Digital Identity Platform. I might actually grab that. We'll see. The state's Department of Administration, through its Office of Information Technology, has issued a request for information outlining this vision. The proposed system would enable AI software to automate government transactions, submit applications, and manage personal data, all with user consent. And this is everything that the CHIP is going to be doing or be allowed to do, which of course a lot more things than this, but these are just some of the base things. All right. It says to automate government transactions, submit applications, because everything's going digital. All right. I don't think you might find a couple places, but it'll definitely be super random, but you can still find, people dealing with paper. But more than likely, majority of everybody has already switched to doing paper, like, just speaking on like something basic like job applications, all right? Digital. Okay. But it doesn't have to be job application. It could be any kind of application. It could be whatever. All right. Something you just have to fill out. It's still considered an application. So you submit applications digitally and manage personal data. That's a major one. All with user consent. Originally a basic login portal for tasks like applying for the permanent fund dividend or signing state forms, My Alaska could transform into a comprehensive hub controlling identity verification, public services, and financial flows. Key features include AI modules capable of reading documents, completing forms, verifying eligibility, and processing tokenized payments. Completing forms, verifying eligibility, and processing tokenized payments. This setup would allow machines to serve as proxies for citizens in interactions with government agencies. Proponents highlight the efficiency gains, but the initiative raises significant concerns about the handling of sensitive data. The RFI envisions deep integration with existing databases, potentially concentrating vast amounts of behavioral And what? There you go. Light it up. Behavioral and biometric information in one government-controlled platform. Biometric. All right, being able to scan your iris, your eyeball, or your facial, facial recognition. Also like thumbprints and fingerprints, things of that nature. Biometric data. So biometric and behavioral and all right, biometric information in one government-controlled platform. Although the proposal mandates explicit consent and cites security measures like NIST compliance, NIST compliance, audit trails. I'm sorry, audit trails, trails, adversarial testing, or maybe trial. Wait, no, I'm thinking too much now. It doesn't even matter. Audit trails or trials doesn't even matter. I'm thinking it was the I or the A switched around. Anyways, you see it on the screen. Adversarial testing, explainability tools, and human overrides. It offers scant details on enforcement or oversight. There it is again, biometric authentication. See, we didn't have to even say it. See, light it up, light it up. No, not the camera. I can take my own photographs. There you go. Biometric authentication, including facial and fingerprint scans, as another dimension of data collection. See, and it's all that data collection, siphon through, their whole network. They got the data centers, right? Everything's gonna be downloaded into the chip, and that chip is gonna be connected right directly to ESOL, okay, the top elites. All right, so as another dimension of data collection, notorious for vulnerabilities to breaches and unauthorized use. All right, so these things are all step ups, man. Okay, because everything's going to lead to the MOTB anyways. I'll just leave that right there. In subsequent phases, the system would expand to include hot article digital payments. All right, because that's what's going, man. All right, no more yens, euros, pesos, rubles, currency, and in American dollars either. Digital. All right, I can't even call it digital dollars. You can call it digital dollar if you want, but digital currency is the reason why it's not called digital dollar. Well, actually, I don't think there's a reason, but currency, okay, digital currency. So it says the system would expand to include digital payments and verifiable credentials such as mobile driver's licenses. Oh, see, we just mentioned that. See, because that's a big major talk as of late. Mobile driver's licenses, and then came along mobile passports. Digital passports, man. Okay, they hit the ground in the air in the same year, which is this year. I think it all happened this year. Yeah, I think both of those were just this year alone. Hit the ground in the air, all right, with digital. Actually, I think the mobile driver's license might have went a little bit back, but I don't think they came into effect really into this year. I might be wrong, but nonetheless, it's still here. All right, that's the point. Okay, and they're not forcing it on you right now. It's optional, but everything is going to be, the force. All right, they're going to even try to use the force of the sword because they're going to try to put many to death by beheading. All right, those that are not down with the system. But let's get back to it. Verifiable credentials such as mobile driver's licenses, professional certificates, hunting and fishing permits. Yeah, because they don't want you out there. anyways, it says, and tokenized prepaid balances. These would adhere to W3C verifiable credentials and ISO 18013-5 standards, whatever that is, aligning with national mobile ID initiatives. All right, we can tap out of this now because we're sliding up. This development positions Alaska within a larger U.S. movement. Woo! Oh, this article is fire. I only read some of it. Hold on. This development positions Alaska within a larger U.S. movement toward interoperable digital identity systems. It all ties in, don't it? Privacy advocates caution that such platforms could foster persistent cross-agencies surveillance. Oh man, they are cooking the day, huh? The RFI also specifies user-friendly enhancements like voice navigation, multi-language support, and a unified app interface for up to 300 government services. Marketed. This article I thought was, okay, I guess It was longer than I thought. Well, it is short. You know, it seems short when you scroll. See, it seems short when you're scrolling, but I guess when you're reading, it seems longer. But anyways, let's see what else is in here. Um, yep, market as modern. Woo, see, market it. That's why they do the public relations. Okay, you guys need this because it makes your life more easier, convenient, fast. Switch, wave your hand, blah 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 blah. Market it as a modernization, and see, this is the new thing. All right, this is the new age. All right, this is the new. Okay. Meanwhile, at the other side of his neck, he's saying that this is the new age, and you got to be down with it, or you're gonna be out of it. Hey, yeah, two horns like a lamb, but he spake as a dragon, man. Marketed as modernization, the project prompts a critical inquiry in a landscape where AI and government mediate transactions. Who ultimately controls a citizen's digital identity? The bankers. They're gonna have the true access to all this information. All right. Anyways, once operational, well, yeah, everything down to your health records, all of that. Once operational, these AI agents could learn user patterns, anticipate needs, man, and operate indefinitely within state databases, blurring lines between assistance and observation. It's like these devices now, man. Okay, they tap in, then you'll see stuff. You went and look at some Nike shoes, and then all of a sudden Nike ads are just popping up randomly. All right, because your IP address is sometimes being sold, and your information is sold to different companies. You get it. I know that's kind of going a little deeper than that, what that says there, but it's still all in the same realm of things. Alaska's effort mirrors global trends in Europe, Canada, and Australia, where digital IDs increasingly serve as gateways to both public and private services. In the U.S., similar proposals suggest, yeah, because what's that? Project Agora. All right, that's getting to some of these bigger companies transition for the digital system. Because Agora been a marketplace and a digital marketplace. It says Alaska's effort mirrors global trends in Europe. Yep. Oh yeah, Europe. Just thinking about Europe. You can't work without the digital ID. Canada and Australia, where digital IDs increasingly serve as gateways to both public and private services. In the U.S., similar proposals suggest identity verification could soon be what? Mandatory. I mean, you got to do it. You got to do it for routine online activities. So they're trying to lock you out from what? Regular stuff. If you don't go with the digital ID. While efficiency, and that's what we talk about all the time with YouTube, it's going to be one day when the prophets ain't on the streets. And if YouTube's not already shut down by then, considering, however it goes, because we don't know how it plays out. But I'm just making a scenario, considering YouTube is not shut down before the prophets are taken off the street. YouTube is all that's going to be left, but then they're going to try to block that out. If not, just scrub channels or just lock brothers out completely without ever having to scrub the channels, which they'll probably still do it anyways. But you get the point. Okay, there is going to be a famine of the word, thus said the Lord. Amos chapter 8, verse 11 and 12. Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, while efficiency and security appeal to policymakers, these systems normalize perpetual identification, eroding the pseudonymous, eroding the pseudonymous access that defined the internet's early days. Opting out becomes challenging as digital IDs integrate with finance, healthcare, and social platforms, rendering consent more ceremonial than substantive. This could create a stratified digital realm, privileging the verified while marginalizing others. There you go. See, locking you out. All right. We're gonna make a fusion of man and machine. So if you ain't with it, then you ain't with it. But if you are, then you could be a part of our digital club. Okay. Basically, they're digital slaves. Let me see here. Yeah. It says, yep, privileging the verified while marginalizing others and igniting debates over data privacy, free expression, and online association. By fusing AI automation with identity frameworks, The risks intensify. Systems that act for individuals can also monitor and forecast their behaviors, especially within government networks. Even with safeguards like logs and overrides, embedding such technologies makes retraction or restriction nearly impossible, underscoring the need for robust public scrutiny. All right, so there you go. Back to the headline. Alaska advances AI-powered digital identity system linking identity and payments. All right. Oh, let me do this. Let me get back to my tiger real quick. Grab this. And I'm going to paste this over here that we had. If it comes up, yeah. It might be the same information before we close out. My Alaska is the state of Alaska's official digital identity and authentication platform, providing residents with secure single sign-on SSO, single sign-on, to access numerous state government services. So all these fancy words, secure single sign-on, all right, which is your digital identity. All right, to access numerous state government services. Key functions in 2025 evolution. Single sign-on allows users to access 50 plus state services, including permanent fund dividend, DMV records, and retirement benefits using one username and password. But it's all digitized. Electronic signatures, that they do that now. Mobile app and AI integration. Request for information to embed autonomous AI into the app. Wow. A dedicated mobile app launched in July 2025. By December 2025, the state issued a request for information RFI to embed autonomous AI into the app, enabling it to complete complex transactions on behalf of users with their consent. Then it says mobile identification, of course. Yep, a digital driver's license or ID stored on a smartphone. Yep, check out China. Everything's just like that through their smartphone, through the apps that are on their smartphones connected to their social credit scoring system. Access and services, My Alaska portal. We're not going to go over there. Permanent fund dividend, public assistance, DMV services, da 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 da. All right, so yeah, we pretty much got what we needed to get. So yeah, that was it. That was a little article that I saw as I was checking things out, going here and there. Sometimes I ask a question to the chat thing, and that came up. So I wanted to get into it. So Lord willing, you were edified. To next time, I'm going to say shalom.